everybody, this is Caeli and I'm here with the infamous Boston BJ Zebbler. He's currently on tour with Shpongle, and he has just built the Shpongletron. Were you one of the creators of that, or whose idea was it? Who came up with the whole conception?
Basically, the management wanted me to step up the visuals for this tour. I've been touring with Shpongle this is my third year, and they really wanted to impress people, to blow them away. So they sent me some requests, basically saying, can you do something giant and with video mapping all over it? And my answer was simple, yes. Yes, I can do it.
Pretty specific 3D mapping, right? Just for the outlines of the Shpongle mask and everything. I mean, was it a big undertaking to create?
It was a pretty huge undertaking. I certainly couldn't do everything myself. So, luckily we had a little bit of a budget this year. And I spent about a month and a half of non-stop work, just, wake up, work, go to sleep, wake up, work, go to sleep, that type of thing. But we had a pretty good team sort of working for me. My really good friend Blake, Courtney, helped me with the scaffolding and welding the wings together. I carved the Shpongle mask myself.
Wow.
But then I got my friend Dado to design the 3D elements for the mask. And we also did an open call for submissions. And by the way, it's still open. If anybody wants to submit something for the Shpongletron, there's a blog I have. You guys might link to it. That's explains everything.
And so you're going to keep it as an ongoing?
We are completely set for our visuals right now. Completely 100% set. But if somebody wants to just see if they can create something awesome enough for me to say, fuck yeah, I'm going to put it on the Shpongletron.
Awesome.
On that level, it's still open.
Cool. So were you a fan of Shpongle before you got involved as his VJ?
Yeah, and this is why I'm feeling so blessed right now. I'm just finishing up my tour with the Yodo as well, and to be working for somebody that you actually like is amazing. This year, Zebbler and Encanti Experience were asked to go on tour with the Yodo, so we were all over the country. We played about 23 shows in so many different states, and that was an awesome experience for us. I feel like we're kind of a better match for Yodo because we get heavy. We get really heavy sometimes. We kind of go all sorts of crazy on stage too. Where Shpongle is a bit lighter, and this year Shpongle has a pretty awesome opener as well. His name is Random Rap.
Yeah.
I like that guy a lot. So we kind of found our little niches, sort of,
Cool. So if you and Encanti had unlimited budget and unlimited time,
You're
what
kidding me.
would be your ideal
kidding me.
immersive audiovisual project?
What I wanted to do with unlimited budget, I've been planning it. Okay, so imagine sort of like a planetarium, like that kind of a dome, but kind of just a globe, and you're sitting like in the middle of this globe, and the entire globe is made out of LED screens. So it's one giant curved surface. So the projection, it's not a projection, it's basically like a TV screen wrapped around you in a shape of a globe. So I want to control something like that, and at the same time embed directional sound into all sorts of positions in that globe, so you can control directional sound, put it anywhere in that space, and the same with the visuals. I think that would be a really, really amazing experience for people.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, what do you see as the future of audiovisual experience? Like something that you couldn't do now, but maybe could do.
Yeah, I think what's really tricky about it is that technology evolves so fast. The kids that are growing up right now are so immersed in it, and it becomes unpredictable to a certain level. Within 3 years, all of our technology now is going to be obsolete again. So all of the new toys that rise are going to give people more expression power, and it becomes unpredictable. But it's gonna. I think art in general is just going to embrace technology more and more because it's kind of inevitable. We're evolving really fast as humans thanks to the computers.
Yeah.
And something really that was really complicated for people is going to become easier and easier. So, you kind of constantly have to grow with that wave of technology becoming cheaper, more accessible, and, people learning how to be creative with it.
So just back to the Shpongletron for a second.
Right.
Do you see that project evolving as well? Like, do you think on the next tour it'll be even bigger?
Yeah, it's a challenge. You know what somebody told me on this tour? The guy that sold us our projectors for the Shpongletron is from Colorado, and I met him there. He came to the show. He looks at me and says, "How are you gonna beat this next year? This is insane." That's exactly what he told me. And you know, it's a really hard question, because I stepped it up, you know, from one projector, one screen to something huge, like a 3-story structure with mapped visual projections, embedded lighting inside of it, and a laser coming out of the eyeball. You know, how am I gonna beat myself in this game next year? I'm not sure. I've been thinking maybe we'll just slightly alter it to some degree, maybe add more lights, a lot more content, and just kind of go easy on ourselves next year if we're gonna do the tour, but maybe do a 2-year cycle where in 2 years we'll muster enough strength and creativity to just completely take it to a totally different structure, a totally different experience for people.
Well, you're lucky to be surrounded by so many other artists and creative people in Boston, because you're part of this community, Vermin Street and Glitchloft. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, about your involvement with them?
I feel like here in Boston, we just have a lot of really creative people and a lot of really nerdy people too. But I love that. That's what I love, because, you know, I'm using custom software to control the Shpongletron called Zebblertron. And the software was written by a fan of mine that after he came to Boston, he came to the Glitchloft and he saw what we do here. He fell in love with it so much that he decided to move in with us out of San Francisco. Wow. He was just like, I'm done there, you guys are amazing here, you know, I want to move in. And, you know, we just have a lot of really, really talented people, and I tend to kind of gravitate towards them and want to live in the same community, and I have a lot of really amazing friends that help me.
So when you were designing the Shpongletron, did you take into account the metaphysical and spiritual influences in the music into like the pyramid structure, and like, was that part of your...
I tend to be really feeling based when I work with Shpongle in general. Sometimes in my art, or in my art with Zebbler Encanti experience, or with my other projects, I kind of go idea first and then execution. But in terms of Shpongle, I just kind of try to express how I feel and what I see in my mind without even kind of thinking about it. I find that it's a better way to express the music than try to overanalyze it or try to be super conceptual with it. Just kind of, you know, if I can take what I see in my brain and just put it on the screens, that's what I want to do with Shpongle.
Cool. So is there anything else in the works in the future, like another tour or anything that you're working on that you want to tell us about?
This year has been insane. Basically, I just learned that Shpongle is gonna be live for the first time in United States history. Yeah. And that's going to be pretty huge. So I'm excited for them.
Is that the full live band, Rajaram? Everybody, it's the whole Roundhouse experience?
Like up to 15 musicians, all playing Shpongle, all live.
Is that going to include like a Shpongletron or some sort of a visual
No,
experience?
I think there's so many players and so many moving parts with that, with the management. Just like when I talk to them about it, they seem pretty overwhelmed. And they're just like, oh, we can barely handle it. Yeah, but another good little bit of gossip I can give you is I'm gonna do my first Burning Man this year, and I'm gonna do it in style. I just got Zebbler Encanti Experience just got booked to play Burning Man.
Which camp are you playing with?
Opulent Temple. We got a set there. Really, really amazing lineup. Once again, I can't tell you who it is, but you might get the idea. Some really big hitters are going to play on the same stage with us on that night. And we might do another stage somewhere too. You know, things are in works, but it's an amazing thing for me to go to Burning Man the first year and just, you know, just...
You've never been to Burning Man?
I've never been to Burning Man, yeah. I'm a complete Burning Man virgin. So I really feel like when I go somewhere, I want to either perform or do something useful, and Burning Man is a huge undertaking. It's a bit overwhelming sometimes. And just to go there as a tourist, I could never kind of muster that in myself. So
right, you want to contribute.
Yeah, I want to contribute, and I will this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to go to Burning Man.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. This is like such an honor, really, an inspiration. You're amazing, so thank you.
Thank you.
And just be sure to check out this interview on Lost and Sound, Sparkleberry Lane, Brainchild Media. I'm sure Zebbler will be putting it out through, you have a mailing list, right, and a website? Is it Zebbler.com?
Yeah, if you guys just go to Zebbler.com, it's very easy to sign up for my mailing list. The sign up link is right there. And just want to give a shout out to my friends at Bourbon Street, because without them, this probably wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys.
Yeah, so thank you.